Number 10. Shed Amy. Shed Amy is fairly often thrown around, even if it isn't the most supported. It started out after their scene in Sonic Adventure 2 when she begs Shadow to help them. The thing is, there aren't really any lines in that scene or elsewhere that makes the two seem romantically inclined. Hell, he isn't even doing it for her, he's doing it for Maria. This one's a bit of a stretch and it's mostly thrown around by people as a counter to the whole Saw and Amy thing. More on that later. Number 9. Sylvaze. The relationship between Silver and Blaze has been thrown around since Sonic 06. Obviously, all the interactions and the closeness we saw in the game led many people to see the two as an item. Even though, spoilers, the story was reset at the end, a lot of people support the idea that they would have wistful amnesia where their feelings remain even if the memories are gone. This one's probably more likely than Sonae's, but some believe that Blaze sees Silver more like a brother than a love interest. Who knows? Number 8. Taerim. This is one that is made more likely by default simply because Tails and Cream at 8 and 6 are two of the youngest Sonic characters. Not gonna lie, there are a bunch of ships involving these two that make me super uncomfortable, but at least with Taerim they're shipped with someone roughly their age. Just as long as they keep things PG, cause again, they children and cartoon animals, but let's not get bogged down in the details. Number 7. The Satin Princess. This story by Ultra Shadow sees Rouge as a popular talent agent. However, she decides to relieve stress by getting a massage from a certain grumpy hedgehog and things get steamy. Here we go. She gasped a little as she felt his soft tug. The towel dropped until it revealed her smooth back. Her anxiety rose and began to skyrocket until Rouge felt Shadow trace a gentle finger down her spine. He drew a slow, long curve. Rouge felt herself shudder. "Don't worry." His deep voice was like black velvet. "I'm going to take care of you." Smooth. Number 6. Sonails. Here's another slash ship for the slashers out there. This one's a bit more, how shall I put it, pedophilic. Some shippers claim that the close friendship Sonic and Tails have had over the years is more than a mere friendship. They're in love. These people say that the admiration Tails has for Sonic and the dedication they show to each other means that they're in a relationship. Just a few problems with this. A, they're not gay and definitely just friends, and B, Tails is frickin' 8 years old, so stop it! Number 5. The Babysitter Affair. This story by True Mel Mako Mei Ling tells of a more mature Knuckles-Rouge relationship while they're married with children. However, Knuckles is accused of cheating and things get dicey. Here's a quote. "Feeling himself grow hotter with anticipation, he gently took hold of Rouge's leg and slipped his hand up the length of her thigh. A small chuckle escaped her from the way his glove tickled her fur. How much did it tickle? Find out yourself." Number 4. Shadoosh. Shadoosh is definitely one of the pairings that's kind of too easy. People basically just use the fact that they're both kind of anti-heroic and brooding to say that they should date. But really, the two don't seem to have any special feelings towards each other other than the odd smile or smirk. Yeah, I don't really buy this one. But you know a more likely ship. Number 3. Sonic and Luigi's Amazing Quest. That's right, it's time for Son-Ouija. This story by Swagtron420 follows Sonic and Luigi, who are of course desperately in love, on their first adventure. The very first line says it all. Sonic woke up, the fresh morning sun gleaming across his super hot chest. He looked to his side to see Luigi still sleeping. Sonic stared at his lover with a smile until finally he awoke with a yawn. "Luigi!" an excited Sonic said. "Are you ready for the farmer's market today?" I love how domestic they are. Number 2. Son Alley. Here's one that was actually canon in Sat AM and the Archie comics, so it definitely has to be on here. Nowadays they seem to be just friends, but this doesn't stop the shippers, many of whom claim that the pair is still very much an item. I'm not so sure about this one. I get that pre-Genesis wave they were together and Sat AM was a big part of many a childhood, but they seem to just be friends now. But there's still one big Sonic ship left. Number 1. Son Amy. This one definitely had to be number 1. Not only is it the most often referenced, but it's probably the most likely to. Everyone knows that Amy's definitely up for it, but there is some doubt cast about Sonic. The thing is though, Sonic headquarters confirmed in an interview with Disney Adventures magazine that he does like her, he's just too shy. Some anti-Son Amy folks say the person being interviewed didn't know what they were talking about, but I think I'll take their word for it for now. Number 10. Truth or Dare. I think the title of this story by Frostbitten Death speaks for itself. We all know what Truth or Dare leads to eventually. Here's a taste of this Saw Nails shipping fanfic. Rouge shushed Amy and pointed her finger at Sonic and Tails. Amy turned her head, where she pointed and saw Tails kissing Sonic on the lips, actually performing the dare like she said. It looked like they were doing it without any trouble. Rouge asked him to kiss Sonic on the lips and there they were, making out with one another right there on the carpet. The end totally sounds like a Seinfeld line. Right there on the carpet, right there on the carpet! Making out, Jerry. Number 9. I now pronounce you egg and wife. This fanfic, written by SSBB Wizard 96, sees the Sonic gang heading off to Eggman's wedding chapel. It features a bunch of pairings including Son, Amy, Shadoosh, and an unexpected relationship between Tails and Knuckles. Here's a short reading. Knuckles approached Tails with a soft kiss and then made his way down his neck. I think sleep can wait, Knuckles said as he began kissing Tails' neck and making his way down. Oh yeah, right there, Tails egged his lover on. His dream was coming true, and if you want more, you'll have to read it for yourself. Number 8. Juicy details. This story by Ezekiel tells of yet another attempt by Amy to get Sonic to notice her. However, when she seeks comfort in Tails, she learns that big things sometimes come in small packages. God, I hate myself for that one. Anyway, here's a bit of it told from Amy's perspective. Tails smirked as he walked over to me. Sorry to disappoint you, but my IQ isn't the only thing that's large. I laughed as Tails leaned in and intertwined our lips for a second time. I soon felt Tails' hands start to tug on my dress, and that's all I can bring myself to say. Number 7. Sonato. Here we go, the first of the slash ships for this list. For the uninitiated, slash ships involve same-sex relationships. This one honestly has pretty much no evidence at all. It's mostly supported because Sonic and Shadow are the two male characters seen as most attractive by the people who find Sonic characters attractive. Sure, they have a bit of a rivalry, but that seems to be exactly what it is. A rivalry. No sexual tension needed. Number 6. When Sonic is away. This is a rather explicit one by Melodious Bloodshed. The description starts, Shadow bangs Knuckles and an odd relationship forms, and that sets the tone pretty well. Also, apparently in this one the characters are human, which will be a relief to some and a bummer for others. Here's a taste from the perspective of Tails. I'm glad you're home, he murmured, lifting his eyes again. This time they were soft and almost shy, and it took all the control he had not to snatch his friend up and run home to have his way with him. So sweet. Number 5. Tails Rouge. Damn it, I said stop with the Tails ships! Okay, fine. Yeah, a lot of people try to ship Tails with Rouge. Rouge is shipped all the time because she's so damn flirty. Some point to her kissing him on the cheek and the rivalry they share as flyers as evidence that they're into each other. But it seems a lot more like a big sister or little brother relationship to me. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. Number 4. A Gift for Valentine. This story by Blockhead Green 1189 ships Shadow with Twilight Sparkles. That's right, it's a Sonic / My Little Pony crossover. What could be more normal? In case that's not enough for you, here's an excerpt. You like it? Shadow asked again with a macho tone in his voice. Twilight nodded at him simply as she released his neck and placed both her arms on the wall as if inviting him to her. Shadow's smirk grew wider when she did it, and then he moved closer to her and kissed her on the lips again. Yep. Number 3. Knuckles. The ship of Knuckles and Rouge is definitely among the more popular, and possibly one of the more likely. They have a real Batman and Catwoman thing going, which is kind of ironic since Rouge is the one who's the Bat. Knuckles is the honorable person fighting for what's right, while Rouge is the seductive thief out to get his goat. And in this case, his goat is his Master Emerald. People point to their flirtiness and their married couple squabbles as evidence that they're into each other, but to be fair, Rouge flirts with everyone. Number 2. Because of You. This one's just weird. I'm sorry, but this story written by Swift178 tells of how Tails was distraught after Cosmo's death because they were in love. Sonic comes in to comfort him and the two have sex, and then this happens, and it's from Tails' perspective. Just spit it out already, I said in the angriest voice I could muster. The dog jumped at my anger before looking at his clipboard, sighing and looking me in the eyes. I'm afraid to say, you're pregnant, Mr. Prower. Yeah, told you it was weird. Number 1. Sonic's Ultimate Harem. This story by Lil Sonic is so long it's insane. As of now, there are 321 chapters, all detailing Sonic's experiences with a different famous character, as he tells Mario of his sexual exploits. He even goes on an adventure with Deadpool and sleeps with Lady Death. It's crazy, and the run-on sentences are real. Listen, Sonic motorboats Death's breasts and rubs them, making Death feel extremely good, and the blue bird takes the liberty to bite the nipple and tweaks the other nipple. This causes Death to let out a high-pitched scream. She wraps her hand around the hedgehog's. Okay, I think you get the picture.